What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Talkbox. Check it out. You need to like and subscribe. Come on and catch a vibe. Boy, DOA playlist. Let's keep it funky.
YouTube family and YouTube world, I hope you're all well and blessed. You know that I know y'all see this big 50-mile smile cheesing ear to ear today because I got a special guest with me. I know y'all see that man right there. I know this is black and white, but that dude got on a bright yellow, canary yellow hoodie looking like Marvin Gaye over there chilling. This is my dude, my brother for real from another mother. Y'all give it up for Darius McCrary. Give it up, y'all. D-Mac.
Hey, what's up, big bro?
Wait a minute, first, hold on.
Man, for years we've been doing that, man. We go back and forth with that, man. Like, whenever I see you calling me, you already know I get so hyped, man. I'm going to answer the phone with that, man. But man, that expression to me, it means so much. I mean, we copied it from Marvin Gaye. That's our Marvin Gaye. But people don't realize Marvin Gaye started in the doo-wop era with the moon glows. And that expression, man, to me was just so special because that doo-wop era, it had so much love, so much expression of just purity. I mean, when you really listen to, songs like "It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want To," you listen to that, it's just so simple. It's a conversation. Like she was saying, it's my party, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I want to do. When you listen to big girls, they don't cry, they don't cry. I mean, nowadays, man, a guy can't even sing in falsetto. I mean, really, there are no ballads anymore. It's really a trip how, another doo-wop song. If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me. Bring it on home. Bring your sweet loving on home to me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man, nobody like Sam and Dave. Listen, listen, man. First of all, man, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today, man. Dude, you're one of the busiest brothers I know. And for you just to take some time to hang out with your brother, man, I'm honored, man. Thank you so much, little brother, for being here, man.
Man, it's an easy call. Thank you for making it happen, big brother. Thank you, man. Like I said, D, it's an honor, man, to just hang. It's an honor, man, for us to just talk. It's just fellowship with us, man. It's always great things always happen whenever we have a conversation, man. You've always been an inspiration to me, and man, you've done so much and given so much to the culture, and to the community, man, and it's about us being able to honor each other, man. So whenever you call, I'm gonna show up, bro. It ain't nothing, man. Man, I would say something. G1 always says that he gets the best vocal out of me, but you know what? I have to beg to differ, man. I mean, I would say this, man. I mean, D, when I go in the studio with you, man, it's like you pull a whole different bag, man, out of me, man. That I only dig into when it's time to really work.
That's only because you're great at what it is you do, man. And I would be nothing if I couldn't help you discover, man, your how to make you better and discover something you don't even know in you, man. And I think that's how the relationship should be. But listen, this ain't about me, little bro. How you doing, man? You doing all right, man? You doing good?
I'm solid, man. Life is good. I'm just dealing with life, man. It's a trip how when we're growing up and we're in school in this country, they never prepare us for what really lies ahead. I mean, I think about the time that I was allowed to be in school before I got off to my amazing start of what has been a career that's lasted most of my life. I mean, I'm 47 years old now. People are like, don't tell your age. Man, I don't care. I can't lie about it. No, it shit is on Google. I mean, we grew up together. I mean, so, people walk to be like, I know I'm 50, so I know you gotta be. I'm 38, and so I'm 47, man, and I've been doing this now for 38 years, man. I mean, I started even younger than that, performing with my dad. But I'm okay, man. I'm just dealing with I guess I want to say what it takes to be a black man in this country every day. And it ain't easy, man. It's not easy. And it's not a race card. It's just a reality.
D, let's go back a little bit, man. So, man, how your career has been amazing. What Family Matters, you started with 13 or 14? How old were you, D?
I was 13, man, when I was blessed to be cast as a part of that awesome ensemble.
So, D, how did Darius get the role as Eddie Winslow? Because I got to be honest with you, man. When I didn't know you then, but as I used to watch the show, man, I used to admire you. Cats like you and Malcolm Jamal Warner, I'm like, these dudes got the greatest life ever. Oh my goodness, man. I was just a major fan, man. And, the show is one of the biggest sitcoms, and, it will be forever. And so how did you get that job, man? Share how that happened.
Well, so the way I got that role is they actually contacted my mother, who was my momager at the time. They called my mom, and she actually took me for an audition. I just finished Mississippi Burning, and the movie had critical acclaim, won an Oscar, and mom's took me on in. And after she had locked in after the first trial audition with an agent, Iris Burton, who had all the kids in Hollywood. She had everybody was if you were working, you were one of Iris's kids. Rest in peace. And so Iris actually, my mom had negotiated the deal, and then Iris came in and did what she did, and the rest was history.
How D, man, let's keep it right here. You mentioned about all the kids. There were you grew up around a lot of child stars, D, and you're one as well, one of the biggest, and you're still very relevant. D, how did you stay away from some of the adversities, there are a lot of tragedies, man, from especially back in that time, man. We've lost a lot of. I'm sure you lost tons of friends, man, and we don't got to go down the list, but through through tragedies and adversities and trials and mishaps and mismanagement of their funds and their incomes. But D, you tell us the blueprint, man. What was the blueprint? How did you survive all of that when this was so heavy? Because D, I know we talked, man, and everything was being thrown at you, man. They were treating you like you were a grown man at the age of 13.
Oh, that's crazy. It's really crazy. First off, let me say this, D. First off, I do not condone any child working, okay, in any capacity. First off, child labor, it's not cool to me. I don't think that it's cool. Secondly, I don't think that children should be allowed to be in the entertainment industry unless their parents pass a psychiatric evaluation test. Yes.
Okay, wait. Okay, go deeper. Why do you feel this way, D?
Because there are parents who put their children in the line of fire on the front lines for selfish reasons. And then there are parents who sit back and try to play the game. Well, this is not what I wanted to do. This is what she wanted to do. This is what they wanted to do. And that's not at all the case. That's not at all the case. These parents are living vicariously through their children. They're living their failed dreams. These children are becoming meal tickets. And then these parents sit back and say, well, I make sure that they just are children and that they have a regular childhood, and that they'll never have a regular childhood once you start them to working. It'll never be regular. That's just like somebody saying that once you taste sugar, that just forget the taste. Unknow it. I know you saw that horror movie and it scared you and it flipped you out and it messed you up. Or you walked by in a neighborhood and you saw this dead body. Unknow that discovery that you made. Just forget about it. Once you know something, you can never unknow it. You cannot go back. And so I just feel like children, and the reason I say this is because one of my friends, I was just talking about, who's a great actor. His name is Daryl Chill Mitchell. He was in House Party. He was the one that kept bumping the table in House Party. He was in Veronica's Closet. He's done a lot of big projects, Galaxy Quest. Anyway, my point is that Chill was one of the guys who was an older cat that played younger. There's a way for older people. Michael J. Fox made a whole career out of it. Older can play younger. Right now, if I decided to cut my hair off, cut my beard, I can play younger. So there's a way around having to have children. And unless it's extenuating circumstances, if you have a baby who's an infant who really won't know what they're getting themselves into, I can see that. But as far as having children, putting children out there, when I see, children having to dance and move like adults, I don't care what you say you're doing. You're not going to be able to control or make what lies beneath the surface go away.
Wait, but little bro, hold on though, because you're really, man, this is so good. You're really blowing me away with this information, especially coming from you. D, there's somebody watching this right now, and they're saying that's a major contradiction, because here we are watching one of a big child star that was successful.
I made it out.
To this day.
I made it out, bro. But there are a lot of people who didn't make it out of Beirut. There are a lot of people who didn't make it out of Vietnam.
So, D, with that thought factor, right, which you just kicked, and it makes all the sense in the world. But why was it so different for you? What?
Well, you gotta understand, D, it was a different time, bro. I didn't have a cell phone in my hand 24/7 where I could DM somebody, where I could get DMs, or where I could watch porn or watch influential cartoons even, or Twitter, which, I mean, you and I say porn because on Twitter today, these kids is on Twitter and they busting it open, wide open on Twitter. I mean, it's like, you ain't got to go to Pornhub. Everything is readily available to destroy our minds or to open our minds if we're prepared to have them open. Because we're socialized different in this country, so much to the degree that this, you've been to Europe, you've been around the world, man. Your gift has made so much room for you that you've had the opportunity to experience when you go to Europe. They don't show people being murdered by a gun, but they'll show frontal nudity. So therefore, when those people see nudity, it's not a big deal to them. It's just a body. They're not hypersexualized and overstimulated, but they do respect life there. They think differently about taking a life with a gun. You don't hear anything about problem with gun control in Europe. That's all over here. So, man, I attribute my proper navigation, if you would, to me having a great lineage. I was connected to my father. Even before my mom and dad divorced, I was connected heavily to my father. In fact, that's how I was really discovered. And when I was discovered, my mom really honestly didn't even want to accept the responsibility of the task. Chip Fields is the one who discovered me when my dad was doing a play from the first project, and my mom said, if you think he can do that, then you take him. Because I actually embarrassed my mom the first time that I had the opportunity to even show myself approved, to even be in the fraternity of star children, if you would. But man, these kids today are different than we were. So we could work and go home. We could work and go play. There's little to no separation, bro. I mean, we sit here right now, and I know your phone is blowing up because I know mine is. It's just going off. We're constantly on. And I don't care what anybody says. Oh, well, I make time. I shut down. I do this. I don't care what anybody says. It's still there. It's still there. So I just, in this day and age, I just feel like it has to be a very special case. And it has to be extremely properly investigated. I feel that there should be a board of directors. I feel that SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA is shit. I feel like they do a terrible job of representing actors, a terrible job of representing performers, and I think that they do an even more terrible job of representing child actors. I went through a horrible lawsuit when I disavowed a contract from an agent as a minor. Once I became an adult, I didn't want to work with this particular agency, so I disavowed the contract that my mother signed. And I still had to give this agency money, and SAG arbitrated the contract. So I think that SAG, I think you guys are horrible. And I think that we got to figure out something for the future of entertainers, actors. We got a lot of work to do because we're still basing things on, just like when it comes to Black people in America, when it comes to people in America, be it Black, white, it doesn't matter. If you go to family court, if you're a man, you're getting fucked. Excuse my French, y'all. I cuss. This is how we talk. They're on the side of whatever is in the best interest of the courts, because nobody wins but the lawyers who are officers of the courts when you're dealing with stuff like that. And so I feel like my point is that all of this stuff is antiquated. It's all old stuff, man. Old stuff that was put in place by people who look nothing like us. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get deep or heavy. D.
Whoo, okay. Dude, one final question about this right here. D, you got kids.
Yes.
Your kids come to you and say, Dad, I want to do what you do. I want to follow your lead. I want to be an actor or actress. I want to be the best. I want to win awards. I want to do exactly what you did. What do you say to them?
I say, wow, that is really amazingly flattering. And I'm honored that you have paid that close attention to what your dad does. I didn't even know that you even paid attention. Wow.
That's 9 times out of 10. That's how it always happened. Because my son was the same way, had no clue. But the dude is a monster now. But go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even know that they be watching you, man. But then, I say, well, let's figure out how we can do it so that you win. Because at the end of the day, it's about making sure that if you're going to play this game, and I'm telling you, if you didn't know, it's a game, just like your PS5 or your Xbox or whatever it is that you're playing, it is a game. And I want to make sure that we set you up for success. So let's see what that looks like. And what that looks like is you learning how to read, because an actor has to know how to read. It's making sure that you know how to listen, because the best actors are the actors who listen. It's also making sure that you even know how to write, because maybe one day the roles will stop coming in. And we don't want you to suffer a mental breakdown because you're not getting roles, or people don't don't know who you are, or don't remember anything that you've done, or you become displaced because there is a drought, or things have dried up, and we want to make sure you're properly adjusted. So let's work on you being able to write and become a exercise in all of your creative juices and creative abilities. So therefore, you'll never find yourself without or lacking, because this business is extreme highs and extreme lows. So much so that people often will take their lives in the depths, or find themselves losing their lives by accident in the highs. No pun intended.
Darius, listen, man. You're known all over the world, man. Dude, I'm telling you, man. I've been many places in my life and time, and everywhere I go, I turn the TV on. Family Matters is on in different languages, and I'm still trying to figure out how you know so many dang languages, little bro. You got.
Yeah, that be cracking me up when you be talking about that. D, you crazy, man.
I'm like, little bro, he know Chinese? Oh, he know Japanese? Oh, really?
And you know what's crazy? You bring that up. There's so many facets to this industry that we as Black people are not exposed to. And I it's so sad to me that we've always been placed out front, put on stage. And I really want to encourage young people to explore every part of the industry. I mean, down to accounting, because that's what you really want to explore, is where that money is going. Because like we was talking about before, why does it take 1 billion streams to make $1 million? What is that? And who's getting that money? And why are they getting it off of our hard work? Oh, because you put me out front and made me a star? Wow. So you collect for the rest of my life off of my work, off of my IP, everything that I've done, and I'll be paying you for the rest of my life because you put me out there like that. I didn't know that's what that was. Wow.
You told me Snoop was talking about he was talking about the same thing, right?
Yeah, man, it's a trip. How Snoop was saying, make it make sense. Snoop was saying it don't make no sense. Why does it take that? And Snoop, he even went deeper where he said, I came from an era where it was tangible, makes sense. If a CD or a unit was sold for $12.99 and we got 99 cents or whatever we got off of it, okay, that was our deal. I could respect that. And that makes a lot of sense. Now, there's no reason to rhyme to anything. And you think about it, if that's where we are now, if we don't figure this out now, where will we be in another 20 years? And all America does now is produce intellectual property. That's all we got is IP. So what's going to happen to the people?
Wow, D. Very, very, very powerful one. Such a short period of time. Listen, man, I promise you, I wasn't gonna hold you, and we about to wrap this up. But D, everybody knows your body of work, man. You've done just a mountain of movies, film, and television, and just everything, man. So if y'all want to know this man, go look him up. If you don't already know, we're not gonna go into all of that stuff because there's so much, man. We'll be here till the world ends trying to talk about it all. But D, I do want to talk a little bit about your music, man, and you as come on, man, and you as an artist, man, and a musician. Wow. That people probably don't even understand that, when we hooked up, thankful to G1, man, thank you, dude, for bringing this brother in my life, man. And when we hooked up, man, it was just, I saw your talent and your gift, and wow, you just blew me away with your songwriting, your pen, and just your style and everything. D, this stems from your father, right? It goes back then. It started there first. Music started first. Music came first.
That's why I learned it.
All right, come on, man. Come on with it.
I learned the gift of songwriting, because songwriting is a gift, it's expression. And then I learned the power of marrying melody to lyric. Words that sing properly. Some words sing better than others. Some words, make more sense. And sometimes, and I mean, I don't know. I came up in an era, and I learned from my dad, because songwriting was a powerful tool that made you think. Because you got to remember, man, when our people were singing a lot of songs that they were singing, there were secret messages in those songs. We used to Billie Holiday singing "Strange Fruit." I mean, she was talking about Black folks being hanged.
Come on, man.
Okay?
Come on.
Right? I mean, so much to the point that the U.S. government prosecuted and persecuted her terribly to her death. Okay? So when I hear that stuff, man, and I think about where it started and where we are today, man, I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to eat. But I think that if more songwriters did more research on the history of things, that they'd be a lot more responsible with their gift and their gifts. But for me personally, man, I grew up watching my dad, the McCrarys, man, and I just always wanted to be a musician, man. I mean, honestly, I have a little bit of guilt that I have not really put out a real project. I know that we've recorded, man, and we got so much music. We got stuff that we ain't even dropped, D. I mean, man, I mean, it's an honor, bro. Every time I get to sit down with you, bro, you taught me so much, bro. Dude, it's a trip, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like D, we go in the studio, we knock out 3 songs in a day, bro. It's unreal, And I'm thankful, man, that we have that chemistry. And a lot of cats really don't even pay attention to chemistry. I mean, a lot of people, they be wondering, and a lot of it is business. The business is a mess. It really is. It's difficult. But it all starts with a great song, and then it starts, with the relationship between the artist and the producer. I mean, you look at what Quincy did for Michael. Even though he went on to work with Teddy afterward, Teddy gave him some good stuff, but Teddy couldn't do what Quincy did. I mean, that's just what it is. And it's so dope, bro. The way that we work, man. It's a trip. And I was saying, I said, G1 say, hey man, I get the best vocal out of D. Hey, and G, you get a hell of a vocal out of me, man. I tell you, my dad, G, and you, man. When I go in the studio with any of the 3 of you, man, I'm singing on a whole nother level, man.
D, man, listen, man. Dude, we could talk for hours, man. We do all the time, man. But D, let everybody know how they can reach you, man.
I'm just Darius McCrary, y'all. Instagram at Darius McCrary, TikTok Darius McCrary. Unfortunately, with this face, I can't really beat too many other people, unless I'm getting paid for it. Yeah, y'all reach out, talk to me. I talk back.
Man, you really do, D. Man, once again, little brother, man, dude. Thank you, man, dude. Thank you for all of this wisdom and knowledge that you just kicked in such a short period of time, man. I'm serious. And that, I'm not surprised, but I appreciate it, man, because people who are going to be kind of listening to our conversation, man, they going to get a whole lot of information, man, that they can download into their system. And D, man, I thank you, man, for your time, brother. I know you busy, man, dude. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how busy you are, dude. Crazy.
Well, you know what, D, like I said, man, thank you for making this happen, man. And the thing is we have to pass it on. We have to give that knowledge. I don't want to die with any of this, man. I want to leave it all out here, man. And so thank you for putting this forum together. And thank you for just continuing to do what you do, D. I mean, like, you're one of the first people that really made me aware of knowing your worth. And that's something you've exhibited. It's something that it's a way that you move, man, a way that you live, bro. You exemplify it. So whenever you give me a call, bro, even if it's just us shooting the shit, I know it's just gonna be real, bro. So whenever you call, I'm showing up, bro. When you call, I'm coming, bro. I'm on my way, man. So you ain't gotta even, you already know it, bro.
Absolutely, man. Listen, YouTube, y'all heard it from the man himself, me and my little brother. Y'all show your love for my little brother. Darius McCrary, y'all give him some love. Give him some love. Love you, boy. I love you, man.
Love you, big bro. Right on, man. All right. I'll let y'all, man.
Right on, man.